My name is Ole Mark. I'm director in our research center in DHI. In the research center, we strive at solving some of the most difficult challenges you see within water today. Today I'm going to talk a bit about the software, methods and tools we develop in order to address the problems in relation to coastal flooding and associated flood damages. Coastal flooding is a serious risk for many of the low-lying coastal areas around the world today. History has shown us that coastal floods cost a lot of money and a lot of pain to the people living in the area. Examples are Katrina and Sandy. Even at a place like where we are standing today in Denmark, coastal floods is a serious challenge. In the past, at this location, we have seen floods with water levels up to like 3 meters more than what we have today. In addition to the coastal floods we have seen in the past, we have one more challenge coming upon us. That's climate change. The prognosis for climate change say that the water levels in the oceans will increase with something in the order of 50 centimeter to 1 meter, meaning that the floods we have seen so far, they will be even worse in the future. When you are in an urban coastal area, it may be difficult to quantify the flood risk, as you have both the flood risk from the sea and you will have the flood risk from inland waters, where on the top of this you have the rain falling on the city itself. So when you want to define the flood risk, you need to make the flood risk map a combination of the storm surge and potential floods from the inland waters. DHI's approach to analyzing and managing flooding in coastal urban areas is that we use computer modeling, meaning that we build a model of the coastal area with the storm surges. In addition to that, we build a model of the inland areas, the city, the rivers. We combine the two, and by doing that, we get the complete picture of the flood risk in the coastal area. Here you see an example of DHI's approach to flood modeling in a coastal urban area. In the blue area out here, you see the water. In the inland area here, you see the city area, and the small lines that illustrate the pipes. What we now do is we expose the model to a storm out at sea, at the same time simultaneously expose the city to a rainfall. What you then see here, that's then the resulting impacts from the two phenomena in terms of a flood map for the coastal area. When you have mapped and you understand your flood risks, then it's time to do something about it. Throughout history, people have building dikes. They have been using structural measures in order to reduce the flood risk in the coastal areas. Nowadays, it's not desirable to build a lot of dikes everywhere in the world. It's expensive, it takes the beautiful sea view, and it's maybe not the optimum way of doing things. This is where DHI's latest research comes into play. One of DHI's most recent developments is that we have developed a real-time flood forecast system for urban coastal areas. Meaning, the modeling system takes input from the sea, forecasted water levels, and at the same time it takes input from forecasted rainfall over the urban area. And now I'll show you an example. Here you see the input to the real-time system. It's forecasted rainfall and forecasted water levels. These two pieces of information are combined and sent into the modeling system, and the output is then the combined flood risk in the urban coastal area. Such information is extremely useful for the residents living in the area and for the emergency service, which can prepare the best possible response to the flood. Many coastal cities all over the world are today exposed to a serious flood risk, which may even increase due to climate change. At DHI, we have developed software which can map the combined flood risk from the sea and from the inland waters, so you can get the full understanding of the flood risk. In addition to the mapping, we have developed real-time flood forecast system, which also take the combined risk into account, which really makes it possible for you to prepare the emergency response in the best possible way. At DHI, we believe our research and development makes a difference to people.